What's up, man? What's your name? You coming from Pittsburgh?
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Very nice to meet you. How are you? Nice, one of the good ones. I know you're going to become a Steelers fan now, huh? Oye, Manuel, me tienes que hablar hablando español, hombre, por supuesto. ¿Cómo me llamo? Alejandro Villanueva. We're here in Houston. It's Super Bowl week. It represents the culmination of the 2016 season, but it also represents the opportunity to see somebody that means so much to me. He's got the most amazing story that I've ever heard in my entire life, and I think a lot of people can learn a lot from him.
Pittsburgh Steelers offensive lineman Alejandro Villanueva isn't your typical NFL player. He grew up overseas, walked onto the football team at Army, became a team captain as a 6'10" wide receiver.
Brings it in, what a catch, Alejandro!
But knew he had a bigger purpose.
It's not like I really was worried about a future in the NFL or a future personally. I just wanted to, be part of the team and have fun playing football. But, I also understand that life is a lot bigger than that. And in early March of 2011, I deployed in Main Body 10 to Kandahar province.
The first of 3 tours for Villanueva. He led a platoon whose mission was to help secure peace in the Taliban-infested country of Afghanistan.
We were trying to establish an Afghan national army. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, that you're going to depend on some people to accomplish your mission.
One of those people was an Afghan interpreter named Mohammed Arif Azimi, known to the soldiers as Azim.
The actual role of the interpreter is just to translate interactions between local nationals and the American forces. His role was never just to translate. They're asking you to go on missions with U.S. soldiers. Once we got out there, obviously Hazim follows me everywhere.
There was a lot of fighting. Nobody knows from where they are shooting us, the Taliban. So anyone, they go out, they was just like hiding themselves, the bad times over there.
On August 25th, 2011, Villanueva's platoon was ambushed by the Taliban. 3 U.S. soldiers were wounded. 1 died. Amidst the chaos and the bullets, Azim helped pull one of the wounded U.S. soldiers to safety.
Everybody, they're scared, to get shot, to die, but not, that was the mission. So everybody was fighting. I just pick up the guy, start moving.
I was very honorable, and that's something that not a lot of people in this country can say they've done. A local national, Afghan, dressed up in U.S. uniform, carrying a wounded American soldier to safety. And it's one of those images that I'll never forget about him.
After the United States withdrew from Afghanistan, Azim moved home to the city of Kabul. But he was not safe.
One of the interpreters, he got killed by the Taliban. They just cut the neck and put it in his back. That was the way that they were doing it.
Simply because he'd been an interpreter?
Yeah, he was an interpreter.
They don't just kill the person who chose to serve as a translator, they kill their spouse and their children. What does it mean to stand with us? It's a death sentence for these people.
Matt Zeller is a veteran of the war in Afghanistan. 3 years ago, he started a nonprofit, No One Left Behind, to help Afghan and Iraqi interpreters immigrate to the United States.
They are asking for a checkpoint in this area.
He says the uncertainty of the current U.S. policy on immigration could create a big problem for America.
We still have 10,000 soldiers fighting in Afghanistan and another 5,000 currently fighting in Iraq. Well, what happens if the prevailing narrative around the world becomes that Americans aren't people who keep their word and keep their promise, but we're liars? That we use you and we're done with you, we toss you away.
He's always been a really good friend to me. This is the first time that I'm going to see him since I last saw him in 2012.
16 months ago, Azim escaped the carnage in Kabul to begin a new life in America.
What's up, guys?
Azim, what's going on, man? How are you?
His freedom came through a special immigrant visa, obtained with the help of Villanueva.
In our culture in Afghanistan, like somebody go to somebody's home, the first thing is like tea. If you go somebody's home, they don't give you tea, so it will be very bad.
It was crazy because it was so authentic, and he knew that I was going to miss the typical Afghan meal, the lamb, the rice, the naan, a pretty good memories, a very special moment in his house in my country, and that meant a lot to me.
He's a very famous person in the United States, like a player and military. He told me that he's gonna come see me. It means for me, like everything.
You want the hug? This guy was born in a country at war, and he helped the U.S. better his country. We have to understand what they did, and we have to treat them with the respect that they deserve and welcome them to this country.
I have a daughter. I'm just thinking about her. She can study here. She can make her future. That's my hope.
I think about the things that he's done in his life and the challenges that he's met and what he means to me. Country lines, religion.